Alright everybody, welcome to the Autosave podcast yet again, your latest gaming news. I'm your host, Phoenix, and followed by my co-host.
Welcome back to the Daily Bugle. It's your boy, LD Ray. Ow, ow, ow.
No, man, it's just Fenrir here, joining in for the show.
Why are you so depressed though?
It's a sad day.
You're right. We don't speak on that though. So let's just move on to the first article.
This next article is going to talk about it anyway.
Our first article of the day, we have the Switch Online mobile.
Wait, what did you just say to me?
Excuse me?
Hello?
This anyway, our first article of this week, we have the Switch Online mobile app not looking too good. So recently the Nintendo Switch Online service has been, it's been in its little beta system, and they have released the Switch mobile app for iOS and Android recently, kind of under wraps. Nobody really knew it happened, but it kind of happened. And it also has been sort of more or less integrated into Splatoon 2, also without anybody's knowledge, but people have gotten access to it and have looked into the app, and they've not had some great things to say about it. In the article by Eurogamer, they said, Splatnet, which has just sneaked out onto iOS and Android devices as part of the Nintendo Switch Online app, is just lovely. A joyous, colorful, varied, and detailed breakdown of all that you've been up to in Splatoon 2, complete with rundowns of what maps are up next in rotation and what weapons you prefer. You can even order a fancy pair of new trousers in it to pick up the next time you log into the game. However, unfortunately, the app itself has been running into some issues in terms of the communication department, where people have been noticing that what people have feared that would happen with the whole like complicated audio setup that we've been seeing before in the Splatoon leaked images of the headset, they're kind of really happening. So basically, just a little gist of what's happening is, in order to communicate with your friends with the Splatoon section of the Switch app, you have to go to the lobby, I should say. You have to set up a lobby from the Splatoon 2 game. Then from the game, it'll push a notification to your phone, from which point you will then create said lobby with your phone. Then with your phone, you will then invite all the players that you like to play with, which is only available for private matches at the moment. And you will then have to use the dongle to connect your Switch to the dongle, to the headset, and to your phone. So it's like, it's an extremely complicated mess, and people are a little upset that this is still like actually what's coming to fruition. And a lot of people are kind of saying like, you know, like, oh, I'm actually expected to pay money for this. Like, here's my take on it. I don't personally feel like it's a issue of, you know, like, I gotta pay money for a service that's like a little bit, I guess, draconian, you could say. But at the same time, we've known Nintendo to not really, you know how to do these things. They've not really known how to execute this, at least not in the modern sense. So I didn't expect anything like, you know, groundbreaking here with the Switch app. So in terms of, you know, paying what I think it's like $10 a year or something, it wasn't like anything extraordinary like PSN or anything like that. So I don't see any problem with paying for the Switch Online service, as long as you're actually getting the money's worth out of the games that you're playing. I don't really like paying for online services, but if I was going to pay for one, I'd pay for the Switch one, of course, because it's a cheaper alternative to PlayStation and Xbox at the moment. So how do you guys feel about the app itself at the moment?
I hate it.
You hate it?
I haven't even used it yet, but it sounds a little too complicated for something that should be pretty simple.
Yeah, well, like I said, we're in a situation where we're working with Nintendo here. Nintendo kind of doesn't really know which direction they should be moving in with things like this. And for online, they just they're not online. I guess they're not online to know what's happening online. So
I mean, I guess I can't really complain until I actually try it out when I do get Splatoon, or when we do get Splatoon. So let's just wait and see how it actually turns out.
yeah, I think it might be alright as long as they actually take the feedback into account, which I'm sure they will, since it's going to be a paid service, which is different for Nintendo. So yeah.
I mean, I see it as kind of okay, I guess. I mean, it's like, I can understand it because the Switch is meant to be a mobile thing, and they don't really offer a mobile data service for you to play your games online on the go. You know what I mean? So I guess it's still like
excuse me, lies for the PS Vita.
yeah, let's not go back to that. But anyway, there's that, and the fact that, like, I guess it's like if you didn't really want to call up your friend, or you didn't want to pick up your phone and text while playing a game, you can still split up and, like, I don't know how the app works because I haven't tried it out yet, but it sounds like you can still be like, oh yeah, you know what, it's like PSN chat but on the go, where, like, I can be like, oh okay, yeah, let me get in this party and let me still play a game that I want to play. Sure, you could call a friend, you know what I mean, but it's like, I don't know.
But you can't. It's kind of weird because, like, the only reason why it's mostly different, it's the way that everything's integrated. You have to have your Switch with you. Like, you can't, like, use it like as if, you know, it's like a mobile
you still
party.
have to plug it into it or something.
Yeah, you have to plug
Yeah.
everything up for it to work properly. So it's not like you can just, like, have, like, a you know, like something that PlayStation should have had a long time ago, like being able to just create a party on your phone or something and be like, hey, what's up, I'll be on in a minute or something. I don't know, like, that seems like it would be the direction that Nintendo should be moving this in, but it's kind of like, it's kind of what they're doing, but they're doing it in a weird way. Like, it's still requiring you to carry around, like, literally everything with you, and you're tied up by, like, a million cables. So I don't know, it's gonna be
I don't
weird.
know. I mean, do you think Splatoon's gonna come with the necessary dongle for you to chat? I mean, because
No, not unless you
Well,
buy the headset.
they have that Splatoon headset. That's
You have to
this
buy the
is just
headset.
that's
another
kinda
way for them to
dumb.
make money.
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of dumb. I feel like it should have at least come with a dongle for you to use any kind of headset you want. Because if I have to be like, oh, let me buy the specific headset just to play one game so far that uses it, it's like, you know, why can't I use any headset that I want, or that
As
I
far as
already
I'm
own?
aware, the only way you can get that dongle is through Nintendo certified accessories.
I mean, that's not to say down the line that, like, Nyko or somebody won't make
They are, but you still have to
a
use
dongle piece.
you still have to use the dongle no matter what. That's just how Nintendo's, you know, forming the app.
Well, yeah, the dongle is going to be needed, but at least if you have the dongle, then you're able to attach any headset. That is a bigger change than having to specifically buy just those Nintendo headsets,
Yeah.
or in this case, a Splatoon headset.
Yeah, and I mean, I just downloaded the app while we're doing the podcast. Thank you, Jimmy. You can go back to the tool shed now. It's really legitimately only Splatoon 2. I mean, it's obvious that it was only going to be Splatoon 2 right now, but it's
I mean, that was the only thing that they said that was going to be available at the moment.
Splatoon 2. How do I invite friends to use the voice chat via online lounge? And it gives you some nice little, you know, information here. Actually, no, it doesn't, because I clicked on that and it didn't give me anything. Oh wait, no, there it goes. So yeah, like you said, you go to the lobby or Grisco in Splatoon 2 from the Nintendo Switch, and then you select the online lounge. You create a room, and then you can use your smart device to invite friends from, you know, it seems Facebook. I don't know what Line is, but sure. Twitter, and, you know, I guess you can send them out a cool text message or something or other, like, hey, I'm on this, come find me.
I'm on the Switch, please.
Yeah, it's a clean little layout. It's fairly basic, but then again, there's really only one game that works with it, so I'm not really too surprised on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other cool thing about it is that you get the Splatoon 2 Splatnet, which you can, you know, it seems like you can check out battle stages and other things. You can share your best battles with your friends. So I guess there's some sort of like, hey, watch me fight in this match. I was fighting this. You should check this out. I was wrecking or something like that. And then you can order gear from the Splatnet. So yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't have Splatoon 2 yet. It literally just came out in our mouths. I'm probably gonna buy it sooner than later, and then get some gameplay up on the channel for that. Maybe do a stream or something. But yeah, you know what, we're gonna try and get it, and we might try to do 3 streams or maybe a stream on the 4E for you guys to watch. So you know, stay tuned this week for that. Hopefully we can get something up and running, and you guys can join us live.
All right.
But yeah, we're gonna try. You know what? I'm gonna put this out there. I know we got to put this article to bed already, but I'm gonna see if we can get one of the headsets to try it out. We might have to do a quick little unboxing and maybe like a brief overview of how it works and how it looks. And
I mean,
everything.
if you can find it, I don't know if you can even find
yeah,
them.
that's my thing. I don't know how I'm gonna find it. It's like I have work. I will try to go out before then and see if I can pick one up at like Toys R Us or GameStop or something. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but yeah, we'll figure something out. If not, like I said, there'll be a stream. We'll be on X Recorder for recording our voices. So
Jimmy just brought me a little article. It looks like the headsets are available for pre-order on Amazon. They should be shipping today for $30.
$30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they at least good-looking headsets?
No, these are the ones that I sent you before that look really weird. They're like an octopus basically on your head.
Wait, an octopus on my head?
Jimmy, pass LTV that article.
Yeah,
please.
you're gonna have to let me see that. Let me see this here. This it's a pretty big deal, you guys. So bear with us real quick. I'm just checking this out here.
It's
You know
like
what?
one of the ones that
this
wrap
one-
around
this
the
is
back
this
of your
one.
neck, and it's weird.
I kind of like this,
I
honestly.
kind of dig the look. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it when I saw it.
$30,
Now I remember. $30. I don't know about $30. I think what you're really paying for is that freaking dongle. That's what you're
well,
really
you're getting
paying
like
for.
a kind of semi-package here, so $30 is more the package than the headset itself.
Well, in short, guys, we probably will most likely have one.
Yeah,
unboxing video
somebody's
for
gonna have
these.
to choke one for the team, but we'll definitely have one for you guys, and we'll put it up on the channel. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, and now we're gonna talk about some of that BlazBlue. BlazBlue gets some new characters, and its cross tag battle. It gets the entire character list from Chrono Trigger. That's the end of the article, and do with that what you will. No. So BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle is gonna combine the 3 game franchises. That is insane. Like most games. All right, well, with the exception of Smash, I mean, most games really only cross over, you know, themselves and another genre, or another genre, but another franchise. 3 in 1. This is pretty unprecedented for anything not Smash. So the games that are going to be tied together are, you know, besides BlazBlue, are Persona 4 Arena. If you guys remember that was a good little doozy back on PS3, and then the re-release of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax or whatever. I don't, you know, that's not here nor there. But and Under Night in Birth. I don't know what that is, but you know, well, it seems pretty interesting from the trailer.
I've never played it before, but people have been using the acronym UNIB. So
oh, okay. I have heard the
familiar
acronym.
with that.
Okay, all right. I have heard of that acronym. I never knew what it was in context, but I've definitely heard it, you know, quite often.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also giving. I know it's RWBY, but I'm just gonna say Ruby. It's long-awaited fighting game debut with the reveal of what was her name? Roses, I believe. Let me see here. Yeah, it's the show is actually pronounced Ruby. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, but yeah, it's giving her debut in a fighting game, which is actually pretty cool, especially if you followed that. She's Ruby Rose. If you followed that anime series from Rooster Teeth, it's pretty cool. I know I haven't seen the whole thing of it, but when I usually did watch it, it was pretty cool. We watched it it's pretty old at this point, is it not? We watched it a good while ago.
They just got a new season not too long ago.
Okay, see, so there you go. Yeah, so it makes sense that they're getting their next big break in BlazBlue, and that's pretty cool. If you've seen the trailer, if you've played BlazBlue, you already know. I haven't played much of it, but from what I did play, I know it's like one of the hardest fighting games to master. It's got a steep learning curve. If you want to check out some, good old BlazBlue footage, you can check out Phoenix's review of a fight pad in which he showed off some BlazBlue footage.
Don't do that.
That's really going back in the.
That's going back way too far.
Yeah, so from the trailer, it appears that Cross Tag will feature 2v2 tag system. I mean, obviously, it's tag system for, it's not just called tag system for nothing. And you will be allowed to choose for up to 2 characters from each franchise. Outside of that, there aren't many details about the fighting game system yet, but if you've seen the Dragon Ball Fighter Z arc with Looking to the Monitor, then I'm pretty sure you know what the BlazBlue the new BlazBlue game is going to be. Wait, no, because the Dragon Ball Z is Guilty Gear, or is it BlazBlue? Who was the one that makes them? I can't remember. It's one of those two guys that makes it for it. Anyway, you've played BlazBlue. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same type deal with, a couple more nuances here and there. But Arc System Works have confirmed that the game will get a 2018 launch date. I don't know how hard they can stick to that, considering Kingdom Hearts got a 2018 launch date, and that's never coming out in our lifetime, so do with that what you will. But yeah, what do you guys think of this cross tag battle system?
It's gonna be pretty lit. I mean, it's always interesting to see how multiple fighting games combine into one fighting game's fight style, because you have to deal with the new art style and the new fight system, so it's always weird to see how they integrate the games. But however, these games, at least in terms of how they function, they all seem to function the same, so I don't think it's going to be too hard for them to blend the games together, but I think it'll be pretty good. I mean, it's unfortunately, as I was saying earlier, I don't think we need any more fighting game crossovers. We got a lot going on right now. We got Injustice mixing over guest characters.
Man, hey, come on. We can always use more fighting games, especially.
I didn't say we need less fighting games, but it's just we got a lot of crossovers going on here.
Injustice crossing over my boy Sub-Zero. Ooh, that was the best. That was the best addition to that game, man.
No, I hate that. As much as Sub-Zero is my boy, I wish that they would have pulled somebody else.
I do hate Ed Boon for loving his freaking Mortal Kombat series so hard. I appreciate he didn't put Scorpion back in here. That's a little bit in good taste. I don't know why you're wasting what seems to be 2 to 3 custom character guest character slots on Injustice for Mortal Kombat characters.
3 slots.
But okay, considering you've got Sub-Zero and Raiden is obviously confirmed. You can see his freaking straw hat from a mile away. And
man, that's Kung Lao.
I don't know. If they did that, that would be pretty cool.
Oh man, that's destruction right there. You can't put Donnie in the game.
No, they didn't. It's Luke Cage.
Oh my god.
No, they did it. It's secretly Scorpion.
I really want them to come in with some kind of funny oh, I got you, like you thought it was Raiden, but it's somebody else that's not even supposed to wear that hat, but he's just wearing the hat for no reason.
Yeah, it's just Geese Howard.
No, it's Geese Howard. No, it's Luffy.
Oh my God, that would be disgusting, dude.
I'd enjoy that. I would enjoy.
No,
playing
I
as
would
Lucy.
fight him with Sub-Zero all day just to get his head ripped off after you win. That's
No,
what I would
man.
do.
He'd stretch up and beat you down.
Yeah, after I freeze his gum cannon off.
Can't freeze him when he goes into second gear, bruh.
I'll second gear him. I'll gear shift him.
He's too hot.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the game definitely seems cool. I might try it out. I might not buy it, but I'll definitely try it out. BlazBlue, I could never really get into. I ain't that good, but then you get back into Tekken, you get back to some Injustice. So
Yeah.
yep. So all's well that ends well with that.
Gotta say, it's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be pretty lit, especially that Ruby Rose. I'm looking forward to that.
No, man. You guys know what's gonna be hot. It's what's coming winter 2018. Everyone's favorite.
Hey, what's
game.
what's that, man?
You know what's that favorite game, bruh?
Do 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 do
We got RuneScape coming out 2018 for mobile. Yeah. There's going to be a mobile client for RuneScape, so it's not going to be a separate version of the game. The interfaces is going to be optimized for mobile. And apparently they're persistent that cross-platform play with the desktop version is going to happen.
Yo, dog, I think I just shed like a freaking single tear.
Sorry,
dude.
I'm just like imagining walking around in public and hearing the RuneScape hurt sound.
Oh my god, dude, please, you're making me so happy right now.
Just
Stop.
hearing somebody
But,
on the bus like,
What you guys can do before that though is if you got your RuneScape account still, just go in, keep playing with your character, leveling them up because you're gonna be able to bring them right over to that mobile version.
Nah, I ain't doing all that. I just want it on mobile.
I just want a new character so I can hear.
I just
Start
want it
off
on
from the
mobile
beginning.
just so I can on the go.
I feel like this is a big jump for RuneScape though.
I mean,
Yeah,
RuneScape's
this
been
is-
making big jumps, but they've been making big jumps within themselves. So it's like,
Yeah,
I mean,
this is an even bigger jump. The part to mobile, now I'll really get back into
I
playing.
think you mean
like,
now RuneScape really never will die.
Oh my god, yes.
But
Now
the
I
real
can
question
take a dump
is,
and be like, ooh, as I ooh.
I'm done.
Yo, man, I'll IRL stream me playing RuneScape, dancing on somebody's table to.
Just do it. You gotta have a whole wizard out.
They're gonna be
outfit
like,
and
yo, what
everything.
is this guy on the release date of RuneScape?
You gotta buy one of those cheap outfits from like the
I'm
cosplay
gonna
store.
look hard into this. I'm gonna try and get some live stream IRL.
Go to
stream
a
going.
Halloween
It's gonna
costume store
happen.
and get a mage costume, and you're good.
And we're gonna go to, whatchamacallit, what's that park that with the lights?
I forget the name
I
too.
don't know.
That park down in Philly.
Yeah, it's some park down in Philly. You guys got to hit it up. If you guys want to see it, we're going to do. I'm going to dance on that big giant red chair. Anybody that already's been there already knows, and we're just going to blast it off of Beats Pill.
Never that. We're not allowed to say that. We're not sponsored by Beats.
Sorry, I scratch that. The pineapple pill. Sorry.
Yeah, the pineapple surprise.
We can't say that either.
You're right. We'll play it on.
Oh my god, I was gonna say something Nintendo.
We'll just play it on
Cut my
tin cans.
mouth off.
That's
We'll just
what
play it
we'll
on
do.
that boombox. What are you talking
We'll
about?
walk around with tin cans. We'll put it to one person's ear. They'll
I'll-
be like, "What
I'll
do you
record
want,
it.
dude?" And then you'll hear the RuneScape silently
I'll
ringing
record
through
it
the
to an
line.
actual cassette tape and play it on a real boombox and just dance.
The
to it.
thing is, I guarantee you play it on the boombox and you'll get like 20 people coming up to you. Yo, is that RuneScape?
Yo, dude, is
Oh
that
my
my
God.
beats? Yo, you wanna hear my mixtape real quick?
No, man. It's, hey guys, you want to hear one of my raps?
He'll be there.
You want to hear one of my raps? RuneScape is coming to mobile. Look at my boy, he's dancing on that chair.
I'm done.
So, did you guys like my rap?
No.
I
Anyway,
mean, They're literally making it so you can play on mobile and then get home and just jump on your PC or your desktop and literally just keep playing the same game.
You just never look up.
Keep going. You never stop playing RuneScape.
You
That's
leave from
goal.
your computer with your eyes already down straight to your phone. You walk with your phone. You never look up. You get home. You look up to the monitor, and then you just go back.
Oh my god! It just transfers seamlessly.
And
Yo,
then
man, I'm about to,
their
like,
only
download
next step,
RuneScape
their
again,
only
dude.
next step is VR, in which you will never have your eyes ever again.
Oh my, you're just dead at that point.
You just lay there. You'll be like that guy that fell asleep in VR, and he said he woke up and it felt like he was in a new world.
Guys, help! I'm in the wildy and I'm about to tell you the lumbridge.
No,
please.
I'm done. Then all you hear is ooh.
And I
crumble.
drop down and I turn into a bone pile. And somebody picks up my bones.
I absolutely hate that.
Bury my bones to increase their prayer skill. See, guys, I know what I'm talking about. I was on that RuneScape tip. This is the best news of the world. You just told me. Put RuneScape on the Switch, man.
No, I don't know about
And
that.
you'll kill me.
They're gonna give us the dongle. It'll come with it.
I'll take the dongle.
It'll be a RuneScape bone dongle.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, speaking of bones, moving on to the next article. Got the Big Bad Wolf returning, Big B Wolf. We had an announcement at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con 2017 this year. We had a very quick announcement for The Wolf Among Us Season 2, which has been literally almost impossible to pull from Telltale because they've been like, it's like one of those games where it's like EA, all of EA's games basically, where they're like, hey man, you remember that game, right? Yeah, we're never gonna make that. So that's basically how The Wolf Among Us has been, and it's been like that since release. They've re-released it over and over again on mobile, and they re-released it on next-gen consoles and on PC, and that's been it. So it's been funny because somebody pointed out, and I never heard about it, but somebody had interviewed Telltale. I think it was either like last week or the day before this announcement, and Telltale literally came out and said they're not making any other games other than I think it was like Walking Dead or something. I don't know. They said something crazy that everybody was like, "Are you what?" And now
It might have been Minecraft Season 2 that everybody hated.
yeah, they're not making any more games other than Minecraft story mode.
No, Minecraft.
Milkcroft story mode.
Milkcraft story mode. So it was kind of, I don't know if like they were trolling or if they are like they're not communicating with each other in the office or what's happening. Maybe they were surprised about The Wolf Among Us. They're like, wait, what? Who was making this? Some guy like has been sitting in a cardboard box for years just making this. He's like, they won't let me do it, so I'll do it myself. So there was a little teaser that was shown. It just kind of showed like a few clips, of course, from Wolf Among Us 1, so we didn't really get any new footage. However, we did have confirmed that the voice actors have returned for Bigby and for Snow. So we're gonna have pretty much the same flow moving forward, and you know, the ending that kind of left everybody confused to what actually just happened, because it's like I'm pretty sure everybody's reaction when you reach the ending, and if you haven't played it, then I'm not spoiling anything for you. It's just a simple, this is what's gonna happen if you do go back to play it. And you play that, you play through, everything starts to make sense as you uncover some more clues. You know, you get things starting to make sense. You get to the ending, all of your clues are basically just thrown in a trash can, and it's like, wait, what just happened? And the only way that people were able to realize kind of what happened, and nobody really knew what was the truth, was to literally go back and just like analyze that ending scene like non-stop. And that's kind of what I did, in hopes that, you know, maybe I was gonna find like a little hex code or something in there for an unlock code for a trailer to season 2, but nothing ever happened. So I don't know. But I'm excited. I'm been waiting for this to reclaim itself, and now who knows? Maybe I'll reclaim myself by actually finishing my series that I never did. So I started it and I never finished it.
You started the, and family-friendly quotation, the scumbag Among Us. You can go. You guys can go watch that.
Friendly. It was the douche Among Us. That was my series.
You guys can go watch that. That's a good little series.
I only got done the first chapter, but I had beat the game already when I started the thing, and I figured, you know, like, that would be funny to go back and see how much like Big B you could be, I guess. You know, like, I feel like that's like true Big B, to be like just complete douche, but I don't know. That was my take on the series, and gave it a try, but I didn't finish it, so maybe I'll go back and finish it up before the game actually comes out. However, the game is slated to be coming out in 2018, so we have something new to be looking towards. So I'm not sure exactly when in 2018, however, it's going to be great. New story, new mystery, and all new stakes.
All new steaks and barns to be raised.
All new steaks to be eaten, ribeye steaks only.
But yeah, I'm pretty chill thinking about it. I love all the Telltale games. I have, for whatever reason, the what is that, Game of Thrones one. I haven't played it, but because it's Telltale, I feel like I have
free
to.
with PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, even if you don't like the particular show or series or genre that they're doing of a Telltale series, you know, there's A, something for everybody, and B, I think you should owe it to yourself to try it out at least. They always give the first episode for free, or majority of the time they do. So, you know, you can, that's how they get you. You try it out, and you're like, okay, I didn't think
you try it out,
this.
and in Minecraft's case, you get to the end of the first episode, and all you get is, ooh.
You get a lot of ooh, and it's like
they beat your character,
I don't think
and
I
it's
like
like
this
it's
game.
like, to continue, please buy the season pass.
It's like
delete this.
everybody just deletes Minecraft story mode. Apparently not, though, considering
People love it.
Freaking you know, made a whole season 2 out of it. Before any other games have gotten a season 2.
I don't know, like I
Has
played it.
got
it
a season
wasn't
2, like
no, and that
think
was
it
one of the
has-
ones that they said that was gonna be just canceled. They were like, we're not making
yeah,
it.
like that doesn't even make any sense, dude.
But
Like,
we don't know that now because
Yeah, apparently
Wolf
they're
Among
liars.
Us,
They're filthy, dirty liars.
But again, we still don't know that either because, like I said, there's probably just some intern who's been sitting in a cardboard box outside the offices, just writing up the script and everything. He called up the actors and he was like,
"What do you want, dude? It's canceled." He was like,
I wrote the script.
he was like, "Wanna hear my ramps?"
"No, I want to hear my script." He's like, "No, not really, but I mean, you already called me, so."
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm not sure what we'll see, but hopefully they follow along through the ending. There was no there's usually in like the Telltale games is get like 2 endings, and it's like weird because it's like, all right, which one's the canon? And then you get to the next season and it's like, oh, you were wrong, dude. You got the wrong ending. So
that's what I kind of hate, that they always change up your endings and stuff.
I mean,
too.
it's
They're
kind of
like,
hard
when you
to move forward with a game like that because that would mean that they'd have to keep building endings forever. But I mean, that's kind of like what you should
That's
do.
kind of the point.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. It's their story; they can take it where they want. But in terms of Wolf Among Us, no matter what, you got that ending. So I don't know. They kind of have to follow up with that story. Give me some info, please. And then I expect they love to do this also. They'll probably hold off the information for what's happened in the ending to like the very end of season 2 and then be like, oh yeah, you want to find out more, don't you? Wait till season 3. And we won't get a season 3 because, you know, the guy is making all of this out of a cardboard box.
They lopped his head off.
They put his head in the ending.
They put his head in the ending, and you saw all the bone and sinew and tendons ripping with dripping blood.
I think that's where we just move on to the next article.
Atari. Oh wait, that's the wrong company. Anyway, Ataribox's first look. Yeah, if you guys remember that, I believe we talked about another podcast. The Ataribox has now gotten its first look, and boy, if I gotta say, it definitely reminds me of an Atari.
It's
and
looking hot.
Yeah, it's looking really slick, dude. Like,
no, like literally. Oh my God, it's on fire.
oh my God, Jimmy, put this out. Oh my God, dude. The first review demo unit we get, and he freaking let it burn, dude. I'm burning your house down for this tonight, dude. I'm done. Anyway, that's okay, guys. He lives in the cardboard box outside of the Telltale Studio. So anyway, inspired by the classic Atari design elements, such as the iconic use of wood, ribbed lines and raised back, we're creating a smooth design with ribs that flow seamlessly all around the body of the product. A front panel that can be either wood, glass, a front-facing logo, indicator lights that glow through the material, and an array of new ports, HDMI, 4 USB ports, and an SD card slot. We intend to release 2 editions, a wood edition and a black and red edition, and the edition that comes with kicking gum and chewing ass.
No, I'm done.
But in all seriousness, that sounds pretty dope with the new Ataribox design. It seems like they're taking a step in the right direction with mixing a nice healthy blend of retro and modern gaming. 4 USB ports, that's more than Xbox and PS4 combined, bruh. That's like on one system.
Still more than after launch PS3, which I'll never understand.
I don't understand that.
It was because it was too expensive, man. They had to remove some ports.
Those 2 USB ports were far too expensive.
It costed
and
them
it dropped the price of the PlayStation 3 down to $300 a piece. Anyway. But yeah, so the Ataribox is ready to rock, and it's looking like they are ready to delve into not only classic gaming content, which of course they will deliver happily, but current gaming content. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean we're gonna be seeing some?
I hope, man.
Some new games like on the Ataribox, like.
I'm sick of the PlayStation and the Xbox, dude.
What's a new game that would be coming out?
Give me
for
some
both
Atari
Xbox.
Give me some Ataribox
PS4
exclusives. I'd love it.
I mean, like, that would be pretty dope. Like,
it's Uncharted 5. They moved it over to the Ataribox.
Yeah, Uncharted 5. They're like, you know what, Sony? We got sick of you not revealing the contest winners of the PlayStation Travel the Nation contest that, you know, some people here who will not be named have entered, and you guys still didn't give us any information on that and about who won. Like, we don't even really care if we didn't or did at this point. It's really a matter of like principle. You guys are really wasting my time. I mean, their time here, and you guys, you know, you gotta tell these guys that, otherwise they're gonna come over to your house and they're gonna burn it down like Jimmy's is getting burned down. But you know, we don't talk about that here or there. So that's a whole different you know, situation. Back to the Ataribox. I think it'll be pretty dope. Oh my God, I think it'll be pretty dope. I'm ready to play some not only classic games but some new dope ones as well. If you guys want to put I don't know, a new Duke Nukem on there,
you guys know where to find me. I will be ready to kick gum and chew ass all day, every day.
I'm done.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's the end of the Ataribox.
You don't. We just end the podcast there. Just slowly fades off.
I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think they mean by that, like, current gen type games?
I think it's exactly what it sounds like.
I mean, it's just gonna be
like
Uncharted. I already told you, exclusive Uncharted, dude.
Are we getting ports, or you think we're getting some exclusive Atari content?
I think a bit of both, to be honest.
I think they're probably gonna have like some like first party games, just because like I'm pretty sure like a lot of devs are already gonna be like locked into massive contracts, so they can't do anything with anything outside of their contract at the moment, so we may not see anything from that, especially considering this is supposed to be releasing soon. So I don't know what we'll see for sure. However, it'll be pretty interesting to see the specs and see what it's able to handle. We might just have a new contender in the market.
Yeah, and hopefully
listen, Atari's had the time to prepare
They've
for this.
been in pouncing and waiting in the background.
They're like, you see that Xbox One XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX
a CD drive though.
I did notice that.
Yeah, that's the one thing I.
Well,
I'm
and that's the only thing that you'll kind of notice when it has an SD card slot. So I kind of threw that in there. It's kind of like the Switch only has an SD card slot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It may be. We can kind of argue that it may be online only games. However, I'm pretty sure that. Even if it is, like, I was thinking initially when I looked at it, I was like, oh, well, SD card slot, that's probably going to be like so you can put your own media on there or something like that. Or, I don't know, maybe you can put your own ROMs on there or something. I don't know. I don't know what that's for. But the more I thought about it, I was like, I don't know. Maybe that's going to be your primary storage. So, I don't know.
Well, then again, it could be behind the glass or wooden panel is where the CD.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
we just don't know yet. We don't have enough information yet.
Maybe if it's if it's something like that, it's not that big of a deal. But we'll see what happens. If it's just an SD card slot, we're not going to be able to have these big games on there. It's just not possible. There's not big enough SD cards being sold for reasonable prices at the moment. So yeah. That's pretty much how it's gonna go.
And now we have everyone's favorite sci-fi shooter. Just kidding, it's Titanfall.
That's everybody's favorite Titanfall shooter. What's wrong with you?
So Titanfall actually has a new 4-player co-op coming, and it's not what I expected, but hey, I'll take it anyway. It's a 4-player co-op horde mode that basically you just have to defend this base, and it's called Frontier Defense. It's not much else to it. It's literally just get in there with your friends and basically survive the horde and defend this entire area from getting destroyed.
I mean, Titanfall's still getting their apps around getting the co-op aspect sorted out, and they've been doing pretty well in terms of getting the story ironed out for Titanfall 2. From what it seems, I haven't picked up Titanfall 2 yet myself. However, it made a big leap in terms of story.
Yeah, I've heard that it's better,
from
way better
one
than the
to
first one.
from 1 to 2. So, in terms of the horde mode, that's pretty much how the co-op went in Titanfall 1. So. I don't think that this is like some kind of crazy change that we didn't see. It's like basically what was already more or less there before. It's new. So it looked pretty fun. I don't know. It'll be a good time waster, I'd say. Get a little fun experience.
Always a good few hours you can spend on stuff like this.
Yeah.
My thing is, what has happened to the age of couch co-op games?
Online killed it.
Like, nothing was better than getting on a game, having your boys come over, and just running through the campaign.
I mean, like, here's the problem.
It's
online's killed it, but also the way that systems are created these days do not. I wouldn't say that they don't allow it, but they don't really push the couch co-op aspect. Like the PS3 and stuff like that, like that had it was built into the sort of light bar, I guess you could say. The LED at the top, you had your four slots. Everybody was their own character. That kind of like you'd be like, oh hey, it's this me player one. Maybe I can have somebody else come over. We can all be a different player. You look at the new systems and new controllers and all that, and they don't really integrate multiple like multiple controller support. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
older
PS4 has like 20 different color configurations for whichever players you're.
It does have a lot.
It does, but it's not the same. It's not the same as how it used to be. Like before, what like old systems.
The PS3 really had a lot of things for that too. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like player 1H, and that's like 50th player or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, I don't know. Like with like the GameCube era and like the PS2 and all that, you had people bringing their own controllers, and you got to see like the sort of personality aspect of having your friends over. And now it's just like everybody's coming out with their basic controllers, because controllers are too expensive to have fun personalizing your controllers and stuff like that. And controllers themselves don't integrate. What I'm pushing here is that the controllers themselves don't push that integrated controller aspect like how the other controllers did. Like, it was actually shown there. However, the new controllers, like even 360, for example, like when you log into your 360, the it'd light up, and then it would have the 4 like partitions of the circle, and if you're like player 1, you'd have 1/4 of the partition lit up. But I mean, now it's just got kind of one big light, so I don't know. It's weird to me. But as online's truly killed couch gaming, and it's I wouldn't say it's bad, but I'd say like what's the issue is more or less when games can't figure out which one they want to be, and they be couch only, and then you kind of remove the aspect of people who aren't able to play together in a couch setup, and then you lose the entire co-op aspect at that point.
That's kind of the problem with the Switch, to be honest. It's great.
I don't know what's going on with the Switch.
They are hugging and loving couch co-op, and I like that because I can play with my friends when I'm actually with them.
But the problem is that they're trying to push the online aspect, and then it's not there.
There's only one game that actually supports it. I mean, Mario Kart does, but I think you have to be lucky. I don't know if you can invite people to race or not.
I don't think you can.
Jimmy, grab our Switches. Let's try this out live on stream. No, we don't have the time for that. But yeah, it's very odd. It's like you said, they don't know what they want to be. Nintendo wants you to have this console you can take anywhere with you on the go and play with your friends. Like, here's a Joy-Con, which is awesome. I love it. But then they want to give you games like Splatoon, and here's an online service. Alright, so where are my online games? You've got like 15, 20 games out already at this point, and you don't even have, barely half of them have online co-op. What, the top 3 I can think of off my head are Bomberman, which nobody plays. Unfortunately, that's my boy.
That's my boy. Don't
Mario
talk to him
Kart,
like that.
And the upcoming Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
Like, where's the rest of these games? I mean, there's Street Fighter, but who wants to play that?
I feel like ARMS should have been one of those games that you can get online and just beat people down.
You can get online, but you can get online, but it's not against like your friend. I don't think. It's literally just here, get online and fight other people. Oh, there goes my friend. Let me fight him.
Oh,
you can't even fight him
because
you sit in a whole floating lobby and they just randomly put you with people.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't know. It's we're in a very strange era where people don't really know what they want to do with their products.
Yeah. It is what it is. Like I said, they cater to a new crowd while also trying to cater to the old guys. But I feel like cater to the old guys. We the ones that got the money. So.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Myself. I mean, when I'm not playing with my Switch, family friendly. Edit that out, Jimmy.
I'm done.
Let's move on past this topic.
Okay.
This is gonna make me more depressed.
It's more or less we're in for a big trip, so I hope you guys are ready for a nice long chit chat here, because I got a lot to say. It's not necessarily directly gaming news related, but it is very grounded in gaming news. So, River City Ransom, game that has been out on PC for a good amount of time now, and it's been taken down.
It's a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool game, and that really sucks.
River City Ransom Underground has been taken down through a DMCA attack, and if you're a YouTuber, you know this very well. That you know these things can cause a lot of issues for you, and there's no real need for them. So if you're ready for it, guys, go get your popcorn, go get your juice, go get your Switch, whatever you're gonna do, chill out, and let's cover this story. So
Get your snacks.
Oh wait, I already got it. Thanks, Jimmy.
okay. Okay, so a copyright claim by a composer with a tendency to attract legal drama has led Steam to remove the game River City Ransom Underground, and the developers are disputing the claim and saying that they expect the game to be back on Steam at some point in the future. So the game is actually being taken down by Alex Mowers, who actually in the past has... Yeah, that's what she might as well be. Alex Mowers in the past has attacked and taken down a game called Star Mazer DSP, which I haven't actually seen before.
My boy. Oh, Jimmy, stop me interrupting.
I haven't actually seen the game before. However, the game was taken down because it featured her music. And there was like a little bit of a contract dispute between the developers and her, and she eventually settled it by just DMCA taking down the game. And
that's the sad part, that's the way she has to just, oh, let me just settle this.
That's how she settles these things. And subsequently, by pursuing her actions of you know, following through with taking down the game for using her music when they had the contract dispute, she pursued and took down many YouTubers and Twitch streamers just for using game footage that happened to use her music. So you know, this is nothing new in terms of her arsenal of taking things down. But on Friday, July 14th, Steam removed River City Ransom Underground due to a DMCA takedown filed by composer Alex Maurer. And the claim, Maurer said that the music she produced for the game was being used without her permission. Maurer told Kotaku over the phone that she worked on the soundtrack for River City Ransom Underground with two collaborators, Rich Vierland and Dino Leonetti, but she was cut from the deal. So, you know, she got dropped from the deal and she got a little bit upset about it. And then she stated that she would provide permission, however, she had no written contract detailing their agreement, which was her motive to then go and do the DMCA takedowns, because she felt like because she had no legal standing that she had to do something to, I don't know, get their attention. And a statement posted on Steam this evening, this was posted on July 18th, Daniel Krina, founder and a producer at Conatus producer at Conatus Creative, says that Maurer's claims about the music in the game violating her copyright are false. He stated that she is a co-creator of the music, and with Dino Leonetti and Rich Vierland, our written license agreement was with Rich, who subcontracted Alex and Dino. When Rich offered to pay Alex an equal share of the music fee for her contribution of the game's soundtrack, she emailed back and said, "Oh, that's awesome, man, I'm all for it, thanks." And Rich has showed us the documentation that Alex was paid in full. So given the lack of Alex Maurer's legal grounding, they aren't concerned about the legality of their usage. However, they are commissioning a new soundtrack for the game. Kriener states also, "Being legally right is only half of the story. As a practical matter, the cost of legal action would put console development plans on hold, perhaps indefinitely. We don't have any interest in spending our time and our energy dealing with this matter further." So they're basically just completely cutting her out of the scenario. They don't want to deal with her. There's no need for that because they already know what happened with Star Mazer DSP. So Yeah, this is an unfortunate situation just because of the fact that, you know, like DMCA takedowns are still able to be carrying weight. They're still being able to carrying their weight, and the problem that DMCA's, you know, and it's kind of like a double-edged issue. DMCA takedowns work in a way that they favor people who have very little substance, but they have something that could be, you know, possibly used against somebody, and then the subject matter is taken down until it's, you know, proven otherwise. However, the issue with that is, you know, they kind of have to do this when, in terms of YouTube, this doesn't make a lot of sense for Steam, because Steam they shouldn't be running into issues like this on a regular basis. However, with YouTube has millions of videos being uploaded, literally, like, not you could say in like every day, but like it's like every hour basically on YouTube. So, you know, as these, you know, legal forms and all that come through, it's you know, you can kind of understand where YouTube comes from with having to kind of automate the process, because it would be impossible for them to work on each, you know, claim individually. It's just not possible. Nothing would ever get done, especially not on YouTube. So with Steam bringing this into their scenario and them taking down games entirely, that kind of hurts a developer, because they have to put a lot of money investing into these, you know, their titles and putting them out on Steam. They have to pay licensing fees, especially if they are not using an in-house engine. They have to pay licensing fees to whoever their engine is being licensed from. So it's like a lot of money is being wasted just because of something simple as a music dispute. So I don't ever mean to, you know, like nobody ever means to downplay the music industry, because people who are artists understand that, you know, it's easy for your work to go unrecognized. However, the issue here is that Alex seems to want like an entire, yeah, she wants more, but she also wants like entire control of it. Like, you know, like she wants her stuff only placed where she says it can be, and that's not how the internet works. I mean, I don't know how.
I don't know where she got that ideology from.
For some reason, people in the music industry have this notion that, you know, let me just put it like this, because it's kind of hard for me to express my thoughts. Every interactive form of media that goes out, whether it's on the internet or on a physical media, everything needs music. Everything needs sound, everything needs audio. You can't have a video without audio. You can have a video without audio, but it's more or less not going to get the attention it deserves, or it's just not going to be as impacting.
Yeah.
So the music industry, the music and the sound industry have a tight grip on pretty much everything, because they are everything. You know, it's kind of hard to do any kind of video. It's kind of hard to even vlog your own lifestyle without having some kind of interaction that may be happening in your world that relates to sound or music usage.
Yeah, you could literally walk by, like, especially if you're like IRL streamer or something, or doing a vlog, you walk by somebody and they're like, "Oh yeah, play that funky music, white boy," and then your video gets ripped down. Like, I wasn't even playing it, dude.
It's weird, because you'd think the music industry would, you know, embrace this. They'd embrace people using their music, because that brings them more exposure.
Yeah,
the problem is,
you don't know that for every 5 people that hear it, 3 of them might go out and buy the song on iTunes or whatever it is.
Right.
Or buy your album.
The problem is that, you know, they don't allow it to ever reach that point, and it's never been that way. You know, like, it's not like, you know, a crazy shift in dynamic happened overnight a few, I don't know, months or years ago. This has been a big thing with the music industry since the beginning. They've never allowed people to, you know, do anything with their music in any kind of way. And even like people think like, you know, oh well, it's perfect. Like, people used to, you know, make burns of their CDs and all that for personal usage. But even still back then, when you would be burning this, you are still illegally doing it. You wouldn't be attacked for doing it, of course, because they didn't have the leverage to be able to catch you on it. However, that was still illegal, and it's crazy to think about it, but it's like, you know, the saying always goes, in terms of the legal aspect of you know, owning the rights to something, just because you pay for it doesn't mean you own the rights to it. And it's kind of like, you get it, you know, you understand that it's not, I didn't make this, but a lot of people aren't using it with the notion that, you know, like, I made this. But in terms of YouTube, in terms of Steam, in terms of you know, like sourcing websites, source codes, if you're a web developer, these things are meant to be sort of intertwined together. So when one sort of branch of a tree, sort of, so to say, is being used, you wouldn't take down the whole tree and say this tree is mine. But that's how it works with the music industry, and I don't know, it doesn't feel right. So I don't know. That's the story. Alex has been on a warpath for a while. This isn't her first run-in, and I'm
sure it won't be her last.
It's definitely not going to be her last. So hopefully they get back off their feet. They don't seem too worried about it. They're more concerned about just getting their game back out to the public, because people are wondering where the game is. They're asking the Steam community, you know, like, when is the game going to be back up, and their real response is just, you know, like, whenever we can. So at the moment we don't know a lot about when the game will be back up. However, they are working on a new soundtrack, so hopefully it'll be back up and people can get back to enjoying the game as it was initially intended.
I wonder if, now though, speaking of that, if, like, the original one is going to be, like, some sort of, like, rarity or something, considering they can't take it from you. You already bought it, you know what I mean? It's already... And if you... I mean, they could remove it from your library, I guess, but... Yeah, what about if it's on your computer and you're like, well, I'm never going to delete it? It could be another PT all over again.
Sure, but what are you supposed to do about that? I mean, it's... I mean, here's the thing. I want to say it's technically an illegal copy that you'd be owning at that point, because it's got this whole, you know, legality surrounding it. However, Alex is not even legally doing this, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword here. It's something that's now, like, you know, it's got a big legal proceeding around it that's preventing it from actually being public. However, the legal proceeding is coming from not true sources, so I don't know. I wouldn't say that you'd be able to easily share that media, even if you did own it.
Yeah, I mean, it would kind of be like a word of mouth thing at that point.
Like, you could tell people, like, oh, I got the original game, and, you know, they can come listen to the audio or something, or maybe you can make some rips of the audio, depending on what the engine was made in. But in terms of, you know, actually distributing that, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Alright, well, moving on from that, let's get into some Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Marvel vs. Capcom at their Marvel Games panel in San Diego Comic-Con decided that they were going to reveal a total of 4 more new characters, well, new more or less, for this iteration of the fated Marvel vs. Capcom series that everybody knows and loves. These new additions are focusing on returning characters for the series, such as Nemesis, Mike Hager, everybody's favorite.
That's my boy.
You think you can handle it? What? And then he freaking crushes you, and it's just like, oh, okay. And Frank West, that's my boy. He's gonna give you the nice shot, and then throw a zombie on you, and then
dude, if he actually does that.
Yeah, he actually picks up a zombie. If you've never seen it, he actually takes zombies and picks them up and throws them at you in game as part of his moves. So he has a heavy throw or whatever it is, and he spins a Cesaro zombie spin around and throws it at your face. But yeah, it's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool character. And Marvel, obviously, gotta put in the baby boy Spider-Man. And if you haven't seen Homecoming, go see that, John. That is a delicious movie. Anyway, but yeah, those are 4 characters that they're bringing back into this iteration of Marvel vs. Capcom, and you know, it's pretty fitting, I guess. Nemesis. When's the last time we seen him? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, really,
Nemesis is pretty tough, but he's a pretty
Nemesis.
good
If you know how to use him in that game, you could wreck people. That's for definite. Hager, you know, you got to put him in. You're already putting in Geese Howard and Tekken. You might as well put Hager up in here.
What's going on with that?
And Frank West, you know, he was only in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate. So it's pretty cool that, you know, they're bringing him up here, so that way people that didn't get their hands on it or weren't lucky enough, considering like both those games got ripped off the PSN, I think Xbox 360 stores mad hard for whatever reason. I think they lost the licensing at one point. Can now get their hands on him again. I mean, you can go back and on the PS4 and buy Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but come on now, you want to play Infinite, you want to play the new one. But yeah, all these characters all these characters are in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate Edition, so you can go ahead and buy that on the PS4 and get a taste of them. What will they be doing in this new iteration of Marvel vs. Capcom? Only time will tell. But it is pretty cool to see them back. You know, Spider-Man with his Maximum Spider.
Never that.
I hope they give him his Homecoming costume. That would be pretty cool. And maybe a similar voice actor to him. But yeah, what do you guys think of the new oldie but goodies returning to the Marvel vs. Capcom universe?
Well, you know I'm gonna have to just spam my Hager all over again. So
oh, the freaking pipe, dude.
It's just, there's no escaping that. I can't care about anybody else as long as Hager's there. So
now they got busted 2-on-2 from 3v3. So now you have even more reason double Hager.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Oh man, I'm just
he
waiting.
Gets KO'd. It's like, nah, I got another one, fam. Thanks, though.
Hey, sorry, Hager, I got another.
I'm just waiting to Frank West fucking damn. I'll play that again. I'm just waiting to Frank West throw some zombies at people and just bite them up and take them down.
Yeah.
No double zombie throws from Frank West.
No, that'd be
he's a freak, man.
Back to back zombie throws. Oh, you kill me? Nah, take my zombie.
He's like, oh, you killed me? I'm gonna give my assistant. And it's another zombie thrown from off screen.
No, man. Then when the zombie's flying, he takes off his mask and he's like, "It's me."
And it's just Frank.
I mean, always looking forward to a Spider-Man in a game too. So that's good.
Yeah. You know, it would actually be pretty cool if they kind of give you the sort of PS4 game Spider-Man. Give people a little taste on what he can do and what he might look like. I don't know. But yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is shaping up pretty cool. It's shaping up to be a pretty decent game. I mean, it's Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, what else could you really, you know, want to know about that? I'll be playing it, and I'm pretty sure a heck of a lot of people will be as well.
Yeah.
What's the release date on that?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't think they have one yet. You can always play the story mode demo. There's that.
It is slated for release September 19th, 2017.
There you go.
Oh man, that's right around the corner.
Sooner than later. So If you can hold off from playing the demo, which I don't know why you would. I mean,
unless you're in
just
Japan,
go
then
play
it's
it.
coming out on September 21st. So
Oh jeez. Okay.
we don't talk about that.
I
though.
feel like it would be reversed, but
Yeah.
It should be, but it's not.
I
But
guess
we don't
thanks,
want to give them ideas on that either, because they'll do it.
then they'll release it for Japan, August 2nd.
No,
My bad, July 22nd.
stop talking, please.
All right, and keeping it up with the Spider-Man, we got that fresh report from the Daily Bugle. Got a little bit of look into the plot of what's going to be happening in the new Spider-Man game. You know, they got a behind-the-scenes look at Spider-Man, and it's going to feature a whole new universe, a whole new story. And according to those developers, the Spider-Man in this game's a lot older. He's not, you know, your typical teenage Spider-Man, like as El Tigre would say in the new Spider-Man Homecoming movie, where he's still in high school. He's a 23-year-old Spider-Man who is much more athletic and more comfortable using his powers. The developers are also saying that the game is inspired on the Ultimate Spider-Man comic series. Now, that was interesting to me because, like I was talking to the guys, Miles Morales was shown in the, what was it, the PS...
It was the PS4
experience.
Yeah, the experience.
E3 experience. Yeah, they showed Miles Morales, and he is from the Ultimate Spider-Man comic universe.
Yeah. So what
that's
do
a
they
cool
have
little
in store
tie-in.
with that?
And if anyone doesn't know, spoiler, Miles becomes Spider-Man after Peter dies. So, where's that plot line going there?
Hey man, you're not allowed to say that.
Hey man, it's about the comic, not the game.
That is about the game now, dude.
I know. Now you just confirmed that it's part of the game.
I just confirmed it. They're gonna come get me now. I'll snap somebody in my door. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, all the else, you know, everything else they said was that the open world is gonna be more interactable, I guess you could say. The environments, you're gonna be able to use them, destroy them, and beat your enemies down with them. And they've improved the gameplay a lot. Improved that web swinging.
Web swing.
Improved that web swinging. So you can swing around
that
town
web,
and swingity swing swing. That's pretty much it from what's J. Jonah Jameson himself.
Alright, moving along. So, we got our final news here. We got Mighty Morphin Final Fantasy 15.
Mighty Morphin Final Fantasy.
Unfortunately,
fantasies.
Unfortunately, as you'll hear, that's my fantasies are not going to come true. Unfortunately, game's July update for Final Fantasy 15 will bring Power Ranger-like combat suits for Noctis and his entourage. The Magitech exosuits will be available later this month as a free update, Square Enix announced via Twitter. Donning the suits makes your party invincible for 30 minutes, however the suits can only be used once every 24 hours. The Magitech exosuits were originally intended to be released as part of the game's DLC booster pack in February, however, the costumes were delayed due to their obvious similarities to the ones worn by the Power Rangers in the recent film. To make up for the delay, Square Enix will be offering the Magitech exosuits for free to all players with this month's update. The publisher has said that the suits will be redesigned, though, unfortunately, to further differentiate them, though it hasn't shared any new images of the costumes yet. You can see their original design. So, yeah. I kind of wish we could get, like, you know, here's my thing. I haven't been on Final Fantasy 15 in a minute, so I haven't seen, like, all the recent updates that's been going on, but we just had, apparently, an update, or at least a DLC, I could say, that featured DJ Afro, and it's a literal Afro sword in the game that's a whole DJ Afro turntable. So I mean, like, come on, if you can make a connection with him, you can make a connection with Power Rangers. And like I was saying earlier, I don't really see whoever owns the rights to Power Rangers. I don't know. If they do, then yeah. I don't see.
I mean, they're called Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Well, yeah. Then there you go. I don't see them taking down the Magitech exosuits just
Dude,
because of
I
their
mean,
like.
Saban loves when they use the Power Rangers for anything. So he would be overjoyed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they'd love to see like a little cameo, at least a little similarity. Like he'd be like, oh, well, that's pretty close to what I made. So, you know, that's
just
pretty
get
nice.
Tommy to pierce somebody through again.
Yeah, that'll
No
work.
man, shows in a green Magitech suit and destroys everything.
Just throws himself through. He's like, hey, here you go. So yeah, I'm excited for the suits to check them out. They kind of look like Mass Effect also if you look at them a little too closely.
A little too closely.
What I'm not excited for is that 24-hour wait.
Yeah, that's
between
gonna
that
suck. And what I was
30-minute
saying
time
earlier
frame.
also, I was kind of saying like, you know, I get that you can't be, of course, you can't have a free DLC. You can't have a free DLC that'll be allowing you to walk around invincible forever. I mean, that'd be a literal cheat code at that point. Which, I mean, it's fine if you're gonna throw it in as a cheat code and disable my achievements. I'm all for it. But my suggestion was that they should just instead add the suits, you know, and if you equip the suits, it only works for 30 minutes. However, you can still keep it on, you know, like it doesn't do anything to you. It doesn't give you any benefits for keeping it on. You can look good walking around the city or something, but it won't do you any good. Like, it's just like the loungewear in the game. It doesn't do you any good to wear it as opposed to your better gear. But I mean, you can wear it. That's just how it is. So
yeah, I mean, like the standard gear gives you like your maximum health, or there might be other things. Because again, I haven't.
it gives you max health, but it
played in
gives
a
you
while
less power, and then the other outfits give you more power, less health.
But some of them are like, they look pretty decent, and it's like I'd rather wear those. I mean, you know, than the standard stock outfit.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, I wish that you didn't only have to. I mean, you can do not a lot in Final Fantasy 15 in 30 minutes. Like 30 minutes goes by in an instant.
Is like you driving to somewhere else.
Yeah, like you might hop in the car. I mean, that'll be. I don't know how I feel about seeing a bunch of Power Rangers driving around in a car, but that'll be pretty funny, I guess, for a couple screenshots. And yeah, I mean, like you can drive around for a little bit, but it still takes a good amount of time to drive around. And what I'm also interested in is if like you try and fast travel or something like that, does it account? Is it using in-game time or is it accounting real-world time? So like if you started,
if it was in-game time, you'd be screwed.
That's what
That
I'm
would
saying.
last like 2 minutes.
Well, no, like I don't mean like I mean like how much time you're actually in-game. Like as opposed to like recording based off of like, okay, you started at whatever, it's 2:57 a.m. right now, unfortunately. You know, 30 minutes from now, that's when it ends, as opposed to, hey, I started at 2:57, I went to go eat some dinner or whatever. That wouldn't make a lot of sense, but hey, I did it anyway, and I paused the game for 10 minutes. You come back, and did you lose 10 minutes, or did you just start back where you are? So I don't know, like, you know.
My thing is, does it actually say in the article that the suit wouldn't be on you? Because from what I'm reading, it just seems like it says you can use the power boost.
Well, it says the suit can only be used once every 24 hours, so
I feel
it wouldn't
like
make a
it'll
lot
be
of sense
something
for
where,
it
like,
to say that. If
they
it
have
didn't.
a whole little cutscene where they actually transform, and then that's
Power
your
Ranger
30
style.
minutes.
Yeah, that's probably how they'll do it.
Dude, my thing is, you can't make me a Power Ranger in Final Fantasy world. Make me invincible, and then only give me 30 minutes. Like, come on, at least give me like
30 minutes is the length of the original show. They did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I think what
They
they're
know what
trying to
they're
do is
doing.
they're trying to say, like, let's say you go against a boss that you just can't beat, and it's
Yeah.
like, all right, let me just power up into my Power Ranger
Let me just
gear.
power up, beat him in, and then get him blow out of my
He's like,
suit.
oh my god, what are you guys doing? This isn't canon.
He's like, what even are these Magitech suits? Are you kidding me? So,
Now I can go down and exact my revenge on the dude that killed my whole squad the first 10 minutes into the game. Like
Yeah.
I did.
you travel into unknown territories.
And just go beat him down, be like, yeah, remember me?
And then
Me,
he's
here's
like
my
invincible.
And he
And then
still
has
slices
one.
me down, even with
He just blows through it.
He pulls his Magitech suit out.
Nah, that'd be gross. Big boss just puts on his suit. He's like, hey, it's me. But,
and then it's really Frank West throwing zombies.
Turtle.
Oh my god. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this looks
I'm
in
excited
game.
to get back on Final Fantasy and try those Magitech suits out. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm ready to jump back into the city and beat some. I don't even care what I beat down as long as I'm in the suits. I mean, I could be
Looking good, feeling good. That's what's up.
I can be looking for some materials while I'm doing that. I don't care. Whatever
You get in the suit and then Ignis is like, I found a new recipe.
Oh my god, he's like, knocked. I found a new recipe, and he pulls out the suit. And it's just, he's holding the suit, and it's like, knocked. How are you? I mean, it's like, Ignis, how are you holding that? And he's just like, knocked. I found a new recipe.
Oh.
He doesn't say anything unless you accept the suit.
Speaking, unless you accept the suit.
Or it's the double where you where it begins nighttime and he smacks you on your shoulder and he's like, I don't think you should be driving.
God.
Instead he smacks you on the soldier and he's like, I think you should wear this.
I think you need to put this on. And it's like, what did you just say to me?
I mean, I think at nighttime you kind of need that. Unfortunately, nighttime you do get your head beat in if you get caught.
No, when you get caught and the suit doesn't do anything because you didn't make it right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I forgot to put in the ultimate defense weaving. Oh, sorry, you're dead.
Sorry, you didn't actually activate the 30 minutes, so you're just
No,
you didn't
man.
get any bonuses. Actually, we removed all of your bonuses and your skill tree. You're at 0.
No, he's just dead at that point.
You have 0 health and you have 0 damage. You can't do anything. You just look good. You can't even run.
Hey man,
No.
I'll walk around the world just looking good in that Power Ranger
Then
suit.
you
I
die
don't
from
even
heat
care.
exposure. They just do everything possible to make your time terrible.
It's like I never want to wear this Power Ranger suit again.
Sorry, you didn't read the fine print. We've also deleted your entire save data.
Oh my god. Oh wait, you didn't read it. We've also deleted the world. Now you're just in white space.
We've also uninstalled your entire PS4, so now you have to go find a whole installation of your new
What do you mean?
firmware.
They deleted your entire PS4. You just gotta buy a new PS4.
Look to your PS4 and you look down and your PS4 is gone, and it's just a little note. It's a little note left there, and it's like, knocked. I found a new PS4. And it's like, love Ignis, but it's not actually written by Ignis.
Yeah, because you flip it over and it's like, love Phil Spencer.
No, I'm done. It's like, now look to the monitor and you look up and he's like, I bought you an Xbox.
Bought you an X-Bone, XXXX Bone, X-Bone, XXX Bone.
Yeah. I mean, if Phil bought me an Xbox, I think I'll take it.
I think you have no choice.
Yeah, you're right. But anyway, guys, that is where we're gonna call it for the night, or for the day, wherever you may be watching this.
Whenever you may be watching this.
Whenever you may be watching this. Hope you guys stuck around. I know we had a lot to talk about, and from very varied subjects. We kind of like went up and down from everywhere.
Yeah, we were all over the place this week.
So you know, if you fancy hearing some more of that, you can check us out next week. Make sure to follow all of our channels. This is Phoenix. You got the other guys over here. I'm still not entirely 100% sure on one of our names here. However, we got Fenrir here, I guess.
What are we on name test 1302?
Yeah, we're at lab test result 87 underscore 82. So. We might have to do some revisions, but if he changes his name next week, it's cool. You just kind of expect that at this point. So
yeah, he's kind of expected by now.
That's about all I got. Any other last words?
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. You know how the deets go, and oh my god, I just scratched my Switch. Dude.
Oh my god, dude, you just scratched my Switch by scratching your Switch, dude.
Alright guys, that's the autosave and we're out.
Alright, see ya.